everyone, my name is Melissa and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing 6 different dinner recipes with you. 3 of them I've made a whole bunch of times before and 3 of them are brand new to us. They are all very kid-friendly, simple, and pretty quick type of meals. They range from extremely easy, literally one of them is just microwaving something, all the way to a little bit more tedious recipes or time-consuming, but none of them are hard to do or really take that long. So if you want to see what these 6 recipes are, then keep watching. So the first one is actually kind of really silly. I wasn't even going to include it on here, but my family begs for it all the time. And it's just, you buy a bag of meatballs, the frozen ones, and you just microwave them with whatever kind of sauce you want for however long it says on the bag. A lot of times we use, my kids' favorite is the large can of Hunt's garlic something sauce. It has the green label on it. So we use it for spaghetti too. My kids just love the flavor of that one. We've also used this manwich, which is just like a simple can of sloppy joe sauce, but my husband really liked that one, and you just microwave it with whatever sauce you have, and then you put it in a hot dog bun and add sprinkles of cheese and garlic powder and onion powder, and basically that's it. And then we usually have some kind of like vegetable or maybe even chips or beans or something with it, and it's just like the easiest meal. Takes like 5 minutes to make. So there's one idea for a simple family running out the door dinner. Not very healthy, but the kids like it. The next recipe is another very simple, just throw together meal. You use ground beef, a can of mixed vegetables, a can of cream of whatever soup you want, cream of mushroom, cream of celery. My family likes cream of celery because nobody likes mushrooms in my house except for me. Then we also use boxed mashed potatoes, which I personally very much dislike. You can use fresh vegetables, freshly mashed potatoes, if you would prefer to. This way is just very simple, and all of my kids like it better with the mashed potatoes out of a box, and so does my husband. I will post the recipes down in the info box below. It's very simple. It's just basically layered in a 9x13 pan. You just sprinkle it with some salt and pepper and some cheddar cheese shreds on top and bake it in the oven. The next simple dinner recipe that we make all of the time, I think it's called a Mississippi pot roast. It's done in a crock pot. You use these pepperoncini peppers and also this packet of ranch seasoning. You can get these in 4 packs if you've never seen them before. And you just sprinkle this on the roast in the crock pot with a whole bunch of butter, however much you want. I never use a whole stick. I think some people do. And then you just sprinkle 8 or 9 of these peppers on top of the roast, and you let it cook however long your roast needs to cook in the crock pot. On low, you can also do it on high. And then I usually make potatoes and mash them and have that as a side, and it's just the best flavored roast we've ever had. I found this recipe on Pinterest, and a whole bunch of different people were posting it, so I don't know who the original poster is to give them credit for this recipe, but if you know who it is, you can put it in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will also leave the recipe to it in the info box. Alright, so this next recipe is new to me. I am not a big cooker of ribs. I've only cooked ribs I think twice now in my life. This one, we cooked the ribs in the crock pot, and it was just very, very fatty, and I don't know, I wasn't a big fan of the flavor, and they just didn't turn out the best. So I don't even really know if I want to share that recipe. I think we baked them in the oven before, and they turned out really, really excellent. So I definitely would go back to doing that method rather than the crock pot. But if you guys know any super simple rib recipes, or you know, in the crock pot or maybe in the pressure cooker, definitely share those recipes in the comments down below, because I'm very curious how people's tried and true best recipes for ribs, because I just don't know what I'm doing when it comes to cooking ribs, and I still have more in the freezer to cook. So please help me and give me amazing recipes that we can try.
Those are some big bones. Are those cow?
Yes, they are, Trim.
That must have been a big cow then. Oh, that thing's falling apart because it's so big. That thing's juicy. That's a lot in a row.
That is some big bone right there, dog.
Yeah, that's a big bone.
My next recipe is one of our family favorites, especially for me and my husband. It reminds us of the Florida Keys, which is one of our favorite places to go. We've been there numerous times and we always are wishing to go back. So every time we go, we have tons of fish tacos and shrimp tacos. And I don't cook a lot of fish at the house unless my husband has been out fishing and catching it, and then we do like a fish fry. Otherwise, I've just been mostly making the tacos shrimp taco style, and I also found the seasoning online. It is by the Spice Lab. It's called the Classic Key West Seasoning. It's for seafood. It is a flavorful blend of spices for your favorite seafood and shellfish. I got this on Amazon. Did I already say that? It's super good. We really liked it. For this recipe, I just bought the pre-cooked frozen shrimp and I brushed them with olive oil. And then I sprinkled this on top of it. I also squirted a little bit of lemon on there. And then I also make a tartar sauce. We love it. We've been having our little homemade tartar sauce for years. And then I also just make a seasoned sour cream as well. So I will show you that here. Let me know if you guys decide to try this one, what you think of it. It's a perfect meal for the upcoming spring and summer months. It's just very light, it's very fast and easy, and definitely a family favorite for us. So the next recipe that I'm going to be sharing is another new one to us. It's just something we kind of came up with randomly. My husband has been wanting me to make what he was saying huge meatballs, and he wanted them to be cheese stuffed meatballs. So basically, if you're from Minnesota, I didn't know this was just a Minnesota thing, but Juicy Lucy's, do they have those all over the states and other places? I don't know, but basically a cheeseburger that you bite in half and there's like stringy cheese inside. So we're basically trying to make like little baby Juicy Lucy type of meatballs, and I did Google and I found some different recipes online, and I just took bits and pieces of different recipes that I found and what I thought that we would like. And basically it's just like rolling up little cheeseburgers and having like a patty, and then once you flatten it out, you just add some cheese and wrap it around and make sure that it can't escape from anywhere, and then you coat them with olive oil. We use an olive oil spray, which I've never used before, and that worked out perfectly for them. And then you just basically roll the meatball in the seasonings and bake them in the oven. And none of the cheese, I thought some of the cheese might have been escaping out of the meatballs because you could see like little bits of it, but even the ones that looked like they lost their cheese still had lots of cheese inside, so they definitely worked out really well. You can use all different types of cheese for them. We actually used, it was like pre-sliced cheddar cheese that you buy for sandwiches, and that's just what we had at the house, and I just folded them up into little cubes and I stuck them inside, and it worked perfectly. So I think you could use shredded cheese, block cheese, anything you want for this. And they turned out really, really good, and everybody liked them. And then the next day we had extra, so we reheated them for lunch, and they were still even good the next day. So these ones are definitely something I would make again, and I will post everything that we used down in the dog bar. So the last recipe that I will be sharing is another new one we have never tried before. It's kind of like a one pot pasta. It's got whatever type of pasta that you want. It's got cream cheese and shredded cheese, ground beef. And this one was just okay to me. This was definitely not one of my favorite meals that we've ever made. It was very cheesy, very rich. It kind of reminded me a little bit of a hamburger helper. You could definitely use other meat. I think like I would like this better if I used chicken or something different in it. It was just the hamburger with all the cheese. It just, to me, it just tasted a little bit hamburger helpery, and I'm not a fan of that. So very easy, it was quick. Winter type of meal to feed the family with stuff that you probably already have laying around. If you would like to see that recipe, here it is. Alright guys, those were my 6 easy, fast, family-friendly type of recipes. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys try any of these, and if you do, which one is your favorite. Scarlett! Say hi! Say hi! Okay, she wants to be in the video, you guys, so say hi to Scarlett! Definitely come back if you guys like this type of video. I have lots more little cooking ones coming up. I have makeup, I've got DIY, spring gardening, tons of stuff I'm going to be doing. We have old house adventures. We're going to be metal detecting our dirt floor basement bedroom down there. It's going to be a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie, and some other really fun home fix-it videos. and lots more to come on my new channel. So I hope that you subscribe. If you like these, definitely hit the like button and help me out. And thanks so much for joining me today, and have a good week, a happy day, and we'll see you again. Bye!